no, I'm going to Khorasan to conquer it. When he came to the borders of Rajasthan, two kingdoms within India combined. The Prajapati dynasty in Gujarat and the Chalukyas, by then they were also in Maharashtra. They combined and they administered a defeat to Umar's army so terribly. It was the defeat that the Caliphate collapsed for 700 years. If the ISIS wants to come again, we are once again a transformed nation. We will see that they don't come back for 7,000 years. Why 700 years? So I'm saying to you that the lesson to be learnt is that you must have a mindset to fight. I have been lecturing, speaking for years in classrooms, in students, in public meetings, saying that the most important thing for a human being is his mindset. Don't be proud that we are 1.2 billion people, a huge population. Without the mindset of that large number, this huge population is useless. There will be 1,000 goats at one place. One tiger will come. Who's got the numbers? The goats. But who will run? It will be the goats. One tiger can drive these goats into panic, because the goats are not mentally built to see how to surround the tiger and kill him by kicking him. Similarly, strength is not enough. You've got nuclear weapons, you've got battleships, you've got this, you've got a 1 million strong army. No, not enough unless you have a mindset. And I give the example in my lectures, and I've given it before here in Mangalore, that in a circus, in a cage, there will be 5 well-fed lions. One ringmaster will come in, lock the door, and he will be a thin, wiry ringmaster. He will order the lions, climb up. All these well-fed lions will climb up on the bench. Then he'll say, open your mouth. They'll all open their mouth. And he'll put his head in each one of them. And the audience will all cheer. Question is, why even one of those lions, does not bite this man's head off, tear him to pieces? It has the strength, it is very well fed. Because from a pup stage, a lion has been brought up to obey. And he knows how to obey. He doesn't know his own strength. And so he obeys the ringmaster. And I gave this at that time when I spoke to Mangalore, when people asked me why Manmohan Singh sitting in the Prime Minister's chair could not fix this Sonia Gandhi. The power of the Prime Ministership is so strong. I said, his name is Singh, but he's a circus singer. He doesn't know anything except how to behave, to obey. We were also brainwashed after the failure of the first war of independence in 1857, that at the peak of the British presence, we had only 44,000 British soldiers in India. And we were at that time 400 million people. Why did we tolerate them? An English author wrote a book when Robert Clive won the Battle of Plassey, and he came to Murshidabad in a victory celebration, came walking. 5 lakh people stood on either side of the road and threw rose petals to welcome him. So an English author writes, his name is Collins, that I was thinking that suppose these 5 lakh Indians, instead of throwing rose petals, had picked up a stone and thrown at Robert Clive, what would have happened? And he concludes, the day the Indian stands up, the best thing the British can do is pack up his bags and leave India and not try to control India. That happened in 1946 when the Navy revolted. Subhash Bose's trial, they came to the conclusion that now we can't stay. And this was confirmed by Prime Minister Attlee later on in 1948 in an address to the bar of Calcutta High Court, that it is not Gandhi. Yes, Gandhi was there, he was a responsible man, we could hand him the power. But the real reason we made the decision was that we now felt India can't be controlled. The mindset had started to change, so better get out before they swallow us. I am saying therefore today, we have very serious situation on terrorism. And any time anything can happen. The Bombay 26/11, the full story has not been written. But there was collaboration from within India for these terrorists. There was a lot of bravery too. One of the brave acts was the cook, was a Christian. And when the terrorists came to the kitchen of Taj and wanted the key to the air conditioner duct, they wanted to put a grenade into that so that it will go and these fumes will go through the air conditioner duct and the whole palace, the whole Taj palace would then be engulfed in gas. And everybody would have died. But he refused to give the key and he was shot dead. He gave his life so that others could live. Now look at that dastardly act. We nearly had people going into our parliament in December 2001. And had they succeeded, but for 4 watch and ward staff, unarmed watch and ward, who blocked them, who closed the doors, they could not get in. And they were therefore shot dead by these people. And then some of them were caught. A trial was held. It went all the way to Supreme Court. And they were sentenced to death. And then the human rights groups came up, said, no, 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 they should not be hanged. Afzal Guru should not be hanged. There were people who gave petition for Kasab also. Kasab, by the way, original prayer was that he is a juvenile. So he should not be given any punishment except a reformatory thing. Fortunately, he couldn't produce the school certificate. So he was hanged. But the man who brutalized that young girl in the rape episode of 2012 will be soon coming out free because he claimed he was a juvenile. All these bleeding hearts wanted to protect him. Young person. If you are 17 years, 11 months, 29 days, no law can touch you. If you are 18 years and 1 hour, you can be hanged. Fortunately, I fought the matter in the Supreme Court to change the law. By then our government came, and the first action our government took is to lower for heinous crimes the age to 16 years.